What up, YouTube? How is everyone? I hope good. My name is Sunny, and I'm a real Hopkins witch and Native American healer, and I am psychic, and I channel messages straight from God. I'm a high priestess, a real high priestess. With that being said, I have a channeled message that I'm going to be sharing with you all today. Hopefully it uploads. My last one didn't work, so we're going to do it again. I'll show you the tarot cards I pulled for this reading, and then we'll move on to the actual channeled message. We have discovery, passion, insecurity, compromise, innocence, guidance, a man is so in love, but isn't able to come and see a woman, as no one is allowed to until a brother sees her and her daughter first to make things right. Stealing from a psychic and witch too is not smart to do, as she tells the truth on YouTube too. Money. A chief of police in Rawlins, Wyoming is facing a death sentence for paying people to hurt a man, woman, and their children and dogs too. Painting the roses red, covering up errors, corruption right there. I want to be a queen, declaring freedom, passing a test. And we have falling, the unknown, momentum, change. This is the tower. Okay, so today I was exhausted so much as I worried about Jazz so much as I seen a picture today again, and she isn't that pretty girl that Jen posted not again today, but not in August, as her skin looks a mess, as she looked high and was, as no one cares about where she is at and what she isn't doing, as that was my job her entire fucking life, by the way. Not for a day like that cunt Judge Denise now didn't put down, but was a cunt to me all my life, as she isn't a corrupt cunt Judge No Degree Snyder that is also never going to get away with never contacting me at my real home address that I gave that Melissa Hyde no serious heroin addiction no more. As people are aware, I told everyone, as I am not that cunt she claimed to, even Marion, as she was told a huge lie about me from a corrupt cop named Jared Frakes, who is to never laugh or smile at me again, as that fucked up child molester is a corrupt killer, as he really shot a man high on nothing, by the way. It wasn't nothing, but just was too loaded to see that man wasn't that devil he is seeing now, as he refused to help me, and he used to be not so nice to me. Or was it true he had a huge non-crush on big hair, is what that picture is called, as she looked like a man so much Petey paid a lot of money to get her ugly teeth fixed, and her hair was made fun of in that Central High School, as she wasn't a good woman back then too, as her black one only friend was not to ever take her car, but they took it to Ted's house and bought that heroin in that Burt limp dick, as I am so stupid not to believe he isn't dead, or is that Brandy, or that drunk Stephanie Rose that Chuck Montoya went with too, and she was so bad he beat her to death and went to prison for a real man not attacking him, according to that cult member hating Mexicans the most. And even I am now liked, as my last name isn't Gaggage, Chocus, and or that KKK 666. Rogers, that loser Dustin Kramer, as he is too high, according to him, to see me, or is he too scared, as he bought that car I used to own, or was it sold again to Ted Maxwell, so those sick McDonald's immigrants can eat all that food and never wash that table that is used for their sicknesses, according to that Jace Powers fucking that couple, or was he so drunk he wanted to go back? But that serious ugly and serious jealous stupid makeup, as they tried to do it like mine, like Amy no more, as a man said she looked like a whore and was too old to try and wear pigtails, and that god-awful bright blue makeup like Misty Cordes as Max punched her in her eye. Or was it that Mercy telling her that Alex Romero is not her friend anymore, as she is not telling the truth about my daughter? Or actually it is her dad, not boyfriend, who is aware who my real Cora Stagner is, and he used to feel so sorry for us as Andy fucked even a dog, as he is that sick, and would leave us at home and go out and spend not his railroad money, but that money Ted Maxwell would pay Andy to fuck Cora and I. As see, that is the sick, fucked up truth and reality. And now who isn't talking to Andy? Well, that Alex Romero, as her cunt aunt is not a fan of Bob Power, as she isn't to ever pay for that small dick of that drunk so bad he is so sick to not stop, but those demons are never to stop until he tells his story, as he is not healthy, as Wendy is a sick woman who not only sold her children, not but close, my mom and I too, as she is that cunt who is a woman who lied so much about me she is looked at like a monster, as why would they lie? Well, this place is now aware Bob owned my mom, along with that sick man who would pay the most to watch me as a kid play with Jared's little dick. And who is it? Well, that corrupt governor that not only is not speaking out about my daughter, he signed a fake warrant, and he was seen in a video of us that made me look like a monster. Or was it that not me, as Kendra is not my real sister, and neither is Kelly Torres, and they will never believe I am those two, as they are both so sick and look a million years old, as when I told that cute young 21-year-old that I was in love with today, as he seen my eyes and said, I can't believe that no one wants to date her. No, he isn't to ever talk to his girlfriend, as she is not faithful to him. Or was it to say, I am single, and I am not like Dustin, as I am not too scared to ask you not for a fuck, but he will not see me for 2 days and will not be able to resist me, as I am that hot woman he is bragging to his mom now too, as that Penal is never to lend me $20. But this kid would never care if I bought those shoes, as he isn't judgmental, as his mom is not his mom, as he is aware they took my money too. Or is that Danielle telling George he better never trust that corrupt cop gambling, as you are seeking the death penalty, and he is now not too afraid to really report Jenny to me? Or was that Jenny trying to drug me with that liquid she took for his gross man dad, who is not in that KKK 666, but is not my friend, as he helped kill my daughter's mom? Or was that all a stupid rumor, as here I am to prove I hate these people, as they are too stupid to not report her for saying I killed her now again? Or was she or was she trying to tell on me for selling her that meth? Or was it her mom who actually said to Jessie Abeyta, they took her daughter, and you are not my son unless you tell the truth, as she is my only real non-meth fucked up every time I see anyone, as she is a nice woman who couldn't stop thinking about me, as I never go in there, and she heard Heidi, Rhonda, Lori, heroin sell my kids, and that whore no more, Melissa Hyde, a Down syndrome baby, as I can't be sober, as I am too fucked up to see that people are not my friend, as they heard they lied, and that serious cunt Rhonda Davis's son is home alone from 8 a.m. to 5 a.m., as he is in that as she is in that county 6 with no French braid, as no one will ever see her not abusing her human trafficking son, as he lives alone and that stupid Mike is so loaded he goes to that Colt garage and they never are to claim I was a horrible mom, as if the real police walked into that machine gun Mike's. He is now selling to that corrupt Bob Power, who takes it to Ted Maxwell, and Ted is selling it to that corrupt piece of shit Mark Martinez for a gang that isn't going to kill me, as they heard the real story and want to fucking really hang Mark, as I went through it 2 times and everyone lied so much they were floored to see my daughter with that real Ted Maxwell at that sick porn shop in not Idaho, but in Lander, Wyoming, where he took her to meet that Yvonne and sold her to that bitch for $100,000 to shut me up, and I will never see her alive again, as she isn't with Nico, as he isn't that stupid to not believe I am a good mother, person, and a badass waitress, as not only do the women say I am never to be manager, he told Paul he needs to get rid of Danielle, as she isn't our friends, as she too helped take my daughter away to be mean, as you're that gorgeous woman everyone was so jealous of, but even Elizabeth said there is no way she was mean to that daughter, as we were always home and my house was that dump until I put all that money into it, and that cunt Jen told people you were never supposed to do it all that, but she is not that stupid, and Paul is sick of that Rosie and her freak daughter, as you help them and they are never to claim you don't work hard, as Danielle was so high. Paul told Nico she was about to kill you for talking to Sonny, as she isn't liked, or was it her that told Nico she wanted him, or was it that cunt Misty Cordes, who is so jealous already and won't ever bother you again? As why the hell would you let her drive your car again after wrecking it in that street and making you pay for it too, and never offering to buy gas? You owe her nothing, and Max Wallace told her to never ask you again, as she is not your friend, and I told you she is not lying to him, but to no one, as they all reported Mike, no Luke, for saying he was not going to like you, as you're not Native American or Mexican, no, 'cause you are, and he changed his mind after Misty told you he was being watched, and why did she never talk to him about it, as Max is the one they really want, as Cindy was so sick and died so fast that people already knew he was with that sick-looking woman, who, by the way, looks 1,000,000, as she puts no effort into trying, or does it take her 5 minutes to slop her makeup on, as she was talking shit about how perfect you look to Nico yesterday, and he said, well, that is 'cause she looks awesome, and you and Amy hate her, just like that Haley Cruz, Heidi No Teeth Keller, as Corey Cruz told even him they were lying to even Gamblin, as they were so jealous and shouldn't have ever lied, as they hurt your mom, and they were never to hide her from you. Or was it him that Paul said was talking no shit, as Paul said it was a horrible lie about you, as you are way too nice and a godly woman, and a witch that even his mom said she was mean to, as Andy lied to cover up his sex addictions. Now again, so let's not stop there, as that long-haired man knew Ted, and he isn't to report him, as was that crazy woman that Joe and that real man Heidi Keller would not drug, but Ted Maxwell, so they could help him with that non-death claim too. Or was it now Jen Rothenberger telling no one again that she owes me $2,000, as that real investigator is adding it all up and will tell people to either pay or he will not kill them. He will take their abused kids like they did mine, as they ripped me off so much that even my stupid brother Jake is too stupid to tell the truth, as he is that man who was to not get a dime, and he knew it, but Ted paid him 10,000 to never speak to me again, as he was a man that only was married to get your money, not Cora's, by the way, and he spent most of it, but that inheritance isn't to ever disappear again, and Jazz will never tell him to fuck off, as he is her fake papa, as those sick human traffickers lied to even you, as she was a child that not only had a great home, life, and tremendous love, she is never to say you were a drug addict, as she was with a man who would snort heroin and cocaine in front of her, then offer it to her, not the other way around, and she loves not him but you, and is trying to help no one but you, as he lied so much he was sent to not jail. You were, and she was a horrible daughter, but you cry and begged people to help you, and no one would. Listen, so what the fuck is Nico not to help, as Andy Villalpando not only sold you to Larry, Frank, Dave Rader, and his fake dad, and that kid isn't your friend, LOL, and isn't already wanting to say hello and sit and talk to you about which powers, no, but your life, as he is aware you are never to believe Paul hates you, LOL, as he isn't a KKK 666 member, and that cunt Misty Cordes and her family are now hated the most, as she was on that list you told Marion about, and was Haley hiding my husband from a cult too, and sell my children for more meth too, and they knew it all along, plus Diane KKK 666 Cumless is a cult member who hates Mexicans the most, and is never going to prison, as they are not impressed with that cunt Heidi Helm now either. And Tony, suck my cock for a ride, corrupt, sick man is never going to see you again, and his fucked up children are those sick whores that talk shit about you to even Jill, no, but close, Danielle and that Lariette, and Candy was not too pleased, as they said you killed your mom, and she was not involved, but said nothing until they left, and she said to Danielle, if you believe Sonny is so bad, then what does that make us, as we are all addicts, and she is not using that needle, as she is too beautiful, unlike Stephanie Rose, as she too looks 1,000,000, like everyone that talks so much shit about your face not being real in those pictures, and then they see you and cry, and Misty loves your boobs, no, hers. No, Nico is never to touch your boobs, as they are too now fake today, too, as a woman said, I am never to see her look that good after she sold me. No, I sold that meth to her as a young girl, but it was Nico's aunt, no, Misty telling Nico and everyone you sold meth and lost your kid when it was her, so talk some more shit, as Mike not only will never share with you, he is aware you're never to tell on him, like that cunt did on you in that fake probation office, as she was caught and is not going to say anything or another fucking word, as they said. Well, it is true that she was named in that meth sales, but who was using her name in those mailed packages to not Mike's house, but that 930 11th Street, as we watched you also steal her mail, poke holes in her not new tires, and go there and harass them at 1 a.m., and then punch her window out, and she told them you did it because Alex Romero made you mad, or was it her that said she was so much tougher than you, but can't carry that bed up those stairs, as she can't breathe, like Cora Stagner, as she also poisoned you, not with Jazz, but that Ted Maxwell, and his man lover Mark, not alive today, as that heroin is my new fake man, too. Good luck to Misty Cordes, as Nico is wanting me to see him after work. not Max, laughed my fucking dumb ass off, as he isn't my lover too. As you told him, I slept with Luke and Max for meth, and Luke said no way. Actually, Sonny paid, and Misty and Max both will suck my dick for one hit. And Nico is not to like my hair, as he isn't floored that your hair is so awesome at 45, and your body is so hot too. Laugh my fucking dumb ass off 2x0. For him wanting you the most, and will actually want to hang out at his house too, as he is cleaning it to ask you, not Misty, out for dinner, as he is not her lover too. Laugh my fucking dumb ass off. By the way, Paul said older women are the best, as he is married to a woman who isn't able to give him nothing, as she has never learned to give head. And Nico said, well, I'd never ask her for it, as Dustin Kramer is a punk for saying she is a whore, as she isn't a whore and needs a friend badly, as she was so tired today, and smiled at me. And I can't stop her from hating Rollins, but I will help her to get out of here with a real man, not Dustin Kramer, as he is that KKK 66 man too. Peace and blessings.